MP sing chang haloi MLA sing kana sum masagu haloi nala do lo dhan ga dabane nala do lo dhan ga dabane madu da haiba indraba thabak ta thok terba public power do utseba public power utseba go moi se da masjid usit thoi daraba public na thabak lokhat kani adodi kona khoi hairak kani go asine hoji karigino kari sunataba kuki refugee militant kharana nomai khra pairaga khogi mibu tathina habsibu phabio achuma puthopio hairaga government amana se puthopang amda se yana ikai ningai ne that to whom shall we blame government akhoi the government da haibatai akhoi the government da haibatai who are the perpetrators who are the culprits we don't know we don't need to ask about this but we will ask to the government we will fix to the government government is the sole responsible for anything events any eventuality ko aduna ngasi aikoina aina achumba justice puthokse hairadi akoi matam phana yamna mangkhre hojik phawba da justice pi dare aduradi hojik mayam changlaga government sida akoina deadline ama piba change numik tara haisira numik kun haisira numik manga haisira hafta ma haisira that numik tara gi manungda government asigi justice se puthopi darade pidaba tarade noi mathakta akoi praja mayamna thabak togni haibagi deadline ama phajana akoi lek pachange nataradi sida thana phamliba rally tawriba mayam se moigi drama cinema yengningai gi kumna ugreba karimata series lodadana leribisi karino ba soida mina imai bel signa nutigi lambi da sorokda akhoi se lairaba leitaba mama mapa leitaba lam mapu leitaba refugee kum mi wai ro nate thoglaga lebagi tamakta sumaina leiraba tarasu ngasi state government na karigi yamna serious oina laude sigi loga mahutta sigi tama wari sage ba mahutta karigi no moigi oidaba padaba function da chief case oidana chattana taun leire ikaidro ba aduna ngasi imai bel mayamna deadline ama pise ngasi gi numik sina ngasi gi su ware bloraga numik taret manungda natraga tara manungda state government na justice pigadabani perpetration tractor singdo culprit singdo phagadabani haibado deadline ama pirase madu da tothoktaraba akhoi swaida mache toroise loina mau market dara khomalampak dara mi loina mak chingdi gi tampak gi imai bel tholaga ne dimam phangdri phau yum hanna da bida khomalampak gi manungdo mi lising tara kun laraga ne handa delhi da tawbu kumna akhoi tawse aba natardi thaba oiroi ngalairaga ada idea adu tawninge go adu tawse adu gi wareb lobio aduna nomiga ma thase hafta ama manungda lelongwai phagi chief phadaba kenepi phadaba achumba tawthokdaba taradi numik du date akhoi deadline pise madu da tawdaradi ne akhoi kadai da leiba mayam no mi lak tholaga khomalampak da hafta ma tumgani chagani chaba thapadu khuni khairaga purakani akhoi madu da andalon tawraga ne madu da tawbangam darade MLA leiriba chief minister yauraga punamakse minister singje resign tahonggadabani madu tahonggadabani moina ngasi responsible lodabagi ni law and order city state government gi khutta leibani central government gi khutta leibani ngasi moina law and order fail oibagi law and order control toba haidabagi masidi gi punamakse thokhanbani akhoi imai bel singbo sumaina kya kuina wahangi haibano akhoi lamdam si government leitaba lamdam ro government am leiraga government am thau tawdabadu karino responsible kanana logani government na logadabani aduna hojikti akhoi cookie terrorist cookie refugee adu ada akhoi khangde akhoi the government da fix tawgani we don't know about the cookie refugees cookie terrorists but we will fix the government are the sole responsibility of all these events and accidents who give support to the cookie militants and the terrorists government karigi tamakta ngasi government na fail oibano who will maintain the law and order of the state government should maintain law and order. Because of their failures. Ngasi si na thopo natro. Cookie can do anything. Whatever they like, they can do. Even to this national highway. They have banned since for the last many months. They have kidnapped every innocent people. They kill, burn houses in the front of security forces, state security forces and the central security forces. What the central security forces are doing, what the paramilitary forces are doing. If you want to enjoy the salary, you go back and rest at your home. Don't come in our place. Don't come in our place. People will stand up one day. When people are stand up, your gun will be never, you cannot do anything. So you just tell your leader, you just tell your government to maintain law and order. Law and order should maintain to haidabagi. Ngasi sumaina akoy da tholaga wahaliba natra. Aduna ngasi gi organizers sing imay bel mayam da ina hiding badi ngasi numik sidigi government the deadline ama piro. Within 1 week ta mi padaraba justice puthok daraba akoy yaroi madui mathakta di akoy khonjan chansalani haiba declaration ama tawrasi. Madu tawrakanda adu da pidra tarade ina haibadune khomalam pakta Ifal Sarhada mi lak lalaragane. Handak Delhi the Tobukumna. Akoy tause. Handak Education Minister resigned to Honlega go. Cheikhre na. Kanana ngamge. Adomay na akoy tobatay. Adona mi hatpa singse. Padri Phoba, Justice Putri Pho, Pitok Tripo, akoy yaroi haina. Komalam pakta hapta ma oirasu. Akoy mi lak laraga aduda akoy protest oraseba. Go idea si tawningi. Si tause ngasi nga patu na khoi wareb lobio natana akhoi ki sisu swai da ngahak chalaga protest khara tawba moina nok pire khara na mu sem da unaba khara na adu tawna dom unadan na lere sem da unaba changla de deadline ama thamo ina haibise aduna tardi karimat kanaroi ko aduna imaibel na khoi mayam ware akhoi khange akhoi si ware kanana akhoi cookie terrorist singna refugee singna cookie terrorist singna kanana phagadaba protect tawdaba defend tawdaba government do akhoi gi tamak na government natra government is the people for the people and by the people. Then what the present government is doing, is it they are doing for their salary, for the facility, and on the other side many innocent people, are killing by the so-called cookie militants, cookie terrorists. And what the state security forces and the central security forces are doing? What is your responsibility? What is your duty? Your duty is to protect the innocent people, to save the public, right? Then where is our security today? What are we doing? You never arrest even a single cookie militants, cookie terrorists, but you give so many harassment to the public. What is this? So all this, should be borne by the state government. So from today onwards, I would like to request all the Imam, Paibis, women, leaders, and all the leaders from the different sections, we will fix the date before the state government. Maybe 1 week, maybe 10 days. And if they do not do the justice, if they cannot, arrest the perpetrators and the culprits, then the public will show the people's voice, the people's power. We will show to the government and everybody, the public power, the public strength. Akoy public power se ulla se aba. Aduna aina thamjaning badi magi MLA kendra sing the sohum sigi kala tombi langba ngamdare. More chapu yadare. Cookie the maitei sing chu supchalage pukhi the nga leraga hitak thajalaga loina sihange aba mong da tawkhalae. Nagagi lamayam se moina ancestral land and claim tawraga ngasi separate administration amani re. Sibo akoy tumina lebi abro. This is no war. This is not the conflict of the cookies and the Maites and the cookies and the Nagas. It's not about this issue. But illegal immigrants and the refugees, they come and encroach our ancestral land. The refugees come in our state, and now they are claiming separate administration. Where they will get the separate administration? If they want the separate administration, let them go to the Delhi and ask to the Prime Minister. There are a lot of lands in the Maharashtra, in the UP, in the Bihar, in the Gujarat. Let the central government give the land for the cookies at Gujarat, Maharashtra, Bihar, UP. Let them give separate administration from the Maharashtra state, UP state. But don't expect anything from the state of Manipur. We, as long as indigenous people are living here, we will never allow. We will never compromise even a single inch of the land. This is our ancestral land. So whoever, any challenge in this issue, we will never compromise. We are just observing. The people of Manipur, the indigenous people of Manipur are still observing what is the state government doing, what is the central government doing, what security forces are doing. We are still observing. We are still, protesting in non-violence. But don't forget it. If our limit is over, our tolerant capacity is over, our limit is over, we will use the violence. We will use the violence. That people's voice. Violence means people's voice, people's power. People give power lakpukanda, karisumoy lepangamoy. So, this is our ancestral land. Cookies are the refugees. That is, history is very clear. They came from the Burma in 1953. 1957, they got the refugees financial assistance from the central government under the Ministry of Home Affairs. 1957, again, the second installment, they got the financial assistance in 1959. And the third installment, they got the financial assistance from the Home Ministry Government of India in 1966. And Hamkose Hokip was the chairman of the Kuki Refugee Association Manipur. He wrote a letter to the Prime Minister, Home Minister, please increase the amount for the Kuki refugees in Manipur. So there were 1,500 families, refugees in Manipur since 1953. These refugee families still are in this Manipur indigenous land. See, we are asking to the government to deport all these refugees. We just request to the state government and central government to deport all the illegal immigrants. We are not fighting to anybody. We are not fighting to any security forces. They all are our brothers. We have no enemies to any section. We have no any enemies to anybody. But we are just demand our rights, our legal, our genuine rights, that all the refugees should be deported from the state of Manipur. All the illegal immigrants should be deported from the state of Manipur. That's all. This is a very genuine, this is a very legal demand. But why state government and central government are hesitant about it? Karigino, ako'y na demand daw si kana chenabag nate.